talking about?
Time for Victory Lap Tuesday, because it was an awesome week. It was a great week. And as for Fourth and Troll, got a handful of things right here. This isn't bragging. This isn't being cocky. We're just saying, hey, listen, we might know our stuff. And Wes, you got to run away with this one, man, because this is. We're not going to mention this guy heavily in the waiver wire segment because we already did. We were a week ahead on this, and we need to make sure that people know about it.
Yes, and I said with confidence for my stud of the week was Cedric Tillman. I stood there with my chest out and said, roll him out. I believe it. I gave 3 reasons. 1, he had an incredible offseason. 2, Jameis Winston was throwing deep balls to Tillman all offseason. Deshaun Watson and Amari Cooper were trying to build chemistry. That was what the whole Browns training camp was about. And then number 3, new play caller, Ken Dorsey, former Buffalo Bills play caller, and Tillman was wide receiver 3 on the week with a nearly 30-point performance. And I've got to say, this is one of the proudest takes I've ever said into a microphone on this show. I've had some pretty nice calls. You've had some really nice calls, but I also want to share this victory lap with you because you help run our social media, and everyone asked on TikTok, Tillman or this guy? Tillman or this guy? And you backed me up, Noah, and you said Tillman.
Yeah, dude.
And people said, huh, really? And we hope you listened. We know the people on our Discord server listened. We know someone in particular, 8-0, because they started Cedric Tillman. They're cruising through fantasy, unlike me. So very happy if you rolled them out. Excited. And another victory lap, because some people were saying, hey, should I start Jalen McMillan or Cedric Tillman? Yeah. We said here on Fourth and Troll, the duds for week 8 were all Buccaneers wide receivers because this is going to be the Cade Otton show featuring Rachaad White. That's just going to be how this is going to operate. And sure enough, it also included a little bit of Bucky Irving, but that is the Buccaneers offense. Yeah. Maybe you're going to have a touchdown from McMillan or Sterling Shepard or Trey Palmer. Maybe it's going to happen, and maybe they may get some goose eggs. They may just alternate, but this seems to be the way this is rolling for Tampa Bay. So happy to be celebrating these victory laps with all of you. We hope you listened, and if you didn't, stick around for us next week because Noah got some great ones right from the last episode as well.
Hell yeah. I mean, listen, it was a fun one. I talked about David Njoku being an absolute game wrecker for your teams. I mean, it's hard to look at this week on the week of National Tight End Day and be like, well, he had 17 points. Oh, well, what about all the other guys who had more points? But 17 points from the tight end spot would have been like the tight end won each of the first 7 weeks of the season pretty much. So there you go. It's exciting stuff there, and he's going to continue to be a good target for Jameis. So it's going to be exciting stuff. My dud at running back was Chuba Hubbard. 9 fantasy points. I mean, it's tough with Bryce Young for Chuba Hubbard, and it's not exciting. It's not something that makes you happy, makes you excited. And if Jonathan Brooks, well, this will be a telling time this week because this is the last possible week for them to activate Jonathan Brooks. Now, I don't believe that they will just not play him this season. But if he does not get activated for game flow, for game time, it's going to be Chuba Hubbard as the top running back for the rest of the year. So it's pay attention this week to that. But Chuba Hubbard was definitely a dud this week and potentially lost you your week. And then another little one here is Keon Coleman. Last week we mentioned, hey, is this potentially – we need to keep our eye on this because Amari Cooper being in Buffalo may open things up actually for Keon Coleman. I had mentioned that, back at draft time, this feels more of a Gabe Davis replacement than actually a Stephon Diggs replacement. So if he's the 2, this feels like it can be a really good thing. And he was awesome this week. He had made some great plays, got in the end zone, the knock we had on him was he's kind of just like a touchdown kind of guy, and he hit him in a fade or something like that, but he's got that big body, and he, to a T, did that and more this week. So that was good stuff for him. Last one here, not even in our document. I just want to point out here just how thrilled I was to see Devon Achane doing what we knew he would do. Again, I know we're 8 weeks into the season.
Yeah.
But you've only had 3 weeks of him in a Tua-led offense, and he's been the RB3, the RB2, and the RB2. It's phenomenal, okay? And so it's great to have Tua back for that reason.
Good call.